Hello everyone, it's Julie from Camelia Crafts Designs. Welcome and welcome back. I'm going to be making some pockets today. These are lovely and easy. Anyone can make these and you can make them with anything. I've chosen to make mine with book pages. There's no fancy measuring. All my cutting is done by tearing it against a ruler. I've decorated a couple in different ways. These are the ones I've decorated to go in my Edith Holden journals I'm making. Yeah, I've used Edith Holden book pages. I haven't even glued everything down because I just like the fact that that looks lovely on its own. If the recipient wants to glue these down, they can. Or if they want to use them elsewhere in the journal, they can do that too. I was also thinking as I looked at these, they'd be yummy little Mother's Day cards. Now, I know it's not Mother's Day, excuse me, for a while over in USA. But I know in the UK it's Mother's Day on Sunday, next Sunday. Sunday the 10th of March. I don't know about other countries. I don't know if you have your own Mother's Days or if some follow UK, some follow US. I really don't know. So, I don't know. I don't know. Shut up, Julie, you're waffling. Right. So that's those. Yeah, so you don't have to have those supplies. This one I made with a book page and a fussy cut from the same book. I've put a digital label on and a little butterfly sticker, and inside I've just put a few bits again cut out from the same book. The idea with these for my journals is going to be that I'll put this pocket in and then I can just fill it with odds and sods, bits and bobs that can be used within that journal by whoever gets the journal. So let's have a look. Yeah, you can make them any size either. Look, various different sizes. Oh, I've started decorating that one. I forgot I'd started decorating that one. A couple of plain ones. That's how these started off. That one I've done with a page that's got leaves on. And you can glue these down in your journals. You can clip them in with a paper clip or pop them in a pocket. Lots of things you can do with them. Now this one, I decided I didn't want to cut that yummy little flower off to get my straight top edge. So I've made it into a tag shape and I really like that. I'm going to attempt another one of those. But first, I'm going to show you how I made these ones. Yeah, and I'll tell you what I used for them. Right, so I'm going to grab myself a book page from Edith Holden, Country Diary of an Edwardian Lady. That's the book I'm using. There you go. I want one that's text on both sides. Have I got another one? Oh, I've got a couple more there that are text on both sides. I might use that one. Now, you don't have to use book page. You can use digital. You can use scrapbook paper as long as it's not too thick. I mean, these are pretty thick for book pages, but they work fine. Now, you need to start off with a squarish sheet of paper. Oh, I also need to say, I was inspired by my friend Cheryl, excuse me, who made these from some digitals. She does them from single-sided digitals, and she has a little trick she does so that you don't see any white paper, so check her out. And I think she got the idea from Ruby and Pearl, who again did them differently. So it's the same basic idea done 3 different ways. Anyway, I digress. Right, I want to first measure how wide my book page is, and that is the only measuring I do. And my book page is roughly 7 inches. So I'm roughly going to tear this at 7 inches high. Now I'm using my mat. My squares are an inch. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.5. I think I said 7.5, I'm not sure. So this one might be very roughly square. See, I can't remember that number for 3 seconds. How big were it? It was 7. By 7.5. So I'm going to save that one. Because I will show you how that one works out when we've got a book page that's a little bit not quite square. But I don't want to do that for my first one. Put it on the 0 mark this time, woman, instead of counting and faffing. So rip it off roughly at 7. I'm ripping it that way because I can use that big November thing somewhere else. So I am saving all those scraps. Right, so I think we'll have that on the outside. That can be on the inside. I like to put it this way so that what you see there... Oops, I've not my die cut out. That's what you get, not gluing stuff, missus. That was the plan, though. I'll just want the writing to be the right way up and upside down. Yeah, I know it's a bit sideways, but it's right way up sideways. If that makes any sense, I have no idea. Now, I tried to do this by being all precise, and it was just horrendous. So, there you go. The precision there is stunningly absent for one of my projects. That's now my pocket. Yeah, it might be wonky, it might be lopsided. That's why I've called them perfectly imperfect pockets. And I'm going to bring that bottom up. Where I bring the bottom up depends on that. Yeah. I just don't want that to go up there, so I have to go chopping bits off. So I'm quite happy with it there. Yeah, that looks good to me. I'll crease it. And then for this bit, I think Cheryl did something where she tucks it in. But mine have ended up a bit wonky for that, so you have to watch Cheryl for that video. So all I've done there is ripped it off. Now I do want these to be a little bit straightish. So I've just put my bottom edge against one of the lines on my mat. So yeah, I'm using lines on my mat a lot for this one. And it just happens to be that I can tear off at the top where that folds. It doesn't happen to be so on all the ones I've made. But that's not a problem. So that's my pocket. I don't know why. They started off square and now they're sort of like, I don't know, plant pot shaped. Slightly conical. Is that the word? Oh, hey, it don't matter. Right. Ink it now. If you want to ink every edge. I'm just going to ink it now anyway, but I just want to ink the top and the sides. I'm using Distress Oxide Frayed Burlap, and do you know, I think that goes with Edith Holden books even better than the Vintage Photo does. It's a little bit less orangey, so I'm quite liking it. Then I'm just going to ink them two bits. So there's a bit of inking for Phyllis. Phyllis, my lovely subscriber who loves to watch inking. Not too much though, Phyllis, we don't want to spoil you. So, there we go. Now I'm going to glue. It's like putting an envelope together, this. In fact, I think Ruby and Pearl, I think her name's Ruby, I don't even know. Mind you, people think my name's Camelia and I don't mind. I'm Julie, by the way. So glue that one down. Then I'm just going to glue this. Yeah, it's like doing an envelope. Yeah, I think she made some from envelopes, if I remember rightly. Right. So, that's that. And that's our pocket. Yeah, your bone... I like using this as a bone folder, this ruler. I bought this wooden ruler so that it doesn't shine as much and glare on camera like my metal one does. I think that'll be fine. So that's that. Now to decorate it, I'll show you what I've used. I bought these from eBay in UK. I have messaged the lady to ask if she ships internationally, but she hasn't got back to me yet. So I will put her eBay ID. I use the eBay app and I can't see where she ships to. So if you're looking from another country, and if you go to her shop, the link I will put for you, it should tell you there if she ships internationally. Now I think, yeah, I've made one with those. Couldn't tell you the name of the flower, but it was there when I bought them. I've made one with those pink roses. What's the other one I used? Oh, I used that one. Yeah, gorgeous. I love them. I think what they are, the die cuts by a company called Tattered Lace. They did these range of die cuts where some of them came with sheets of paper that you die cut the patterns from. Some of them came with the patterns loaded on a USB stick, and some came with free PDF downloads. And I can't find any of them still available. But they're not the cheapest dies in world, Tattered Lace, but I think you'll agree they are blooming gorgeous. I think some other brands do these as well. It's the first time I've ever used them, so I don't really know. But I think I'm going to use this Daisy. And I think, what does she charge you? Something like £2.75 for a set. And I think, do you buy 3 get 1 free? So you get all that for $2.75. Yeah. Now that would probably take me an hour, and if I'm supposed to be earning minimum wage, which is £11 an hour, it's more worth my time to buy them. I don't have the dies. I don't want to buy the dies, and I might only want to use them this once. So yeah, I've started buying more little bits like this to save myself a bit of time and money. Right, waffle over. I do go off on tangents, don't I? And they're lovely, lovely purple roses. But I want to use the white daisies on this. Really, oh, that's so gorgeous. Yumly. And then what I've done is I've just used one of these other little bits that come with it. And then I've used a label. And I thought that is enough. That is all that needs. And on these ones I then thought, oh, bit of twine. That'll look nice wrapped around. So grab a label, Julie. I've got so many die cuts. While I've not been feeling very creative last couple of weeks, ta-da! Not die cuts, fussy cuts. I've cut everything in this box. I've fussy cut in the last few days after I gave up on trying to crochet. That's another story I'll get into later today. I did do a few labels. I need to do some more of these labels. I quite like them. I didn't want to use any digital labels because I've used all my favourite ones and I just couldn't be bothered to go to the printer and print any art. How lazy is that? But that's how lazy I were. I'll tell you. So I thought, oh, let's make my own. And I grabbed my label stamp. Ooh, might have to make some more video if I run out. Right, what have I got? No. I don't know if I like the black. I think the black's a little bit harsh. You know, with the writing on, yeah, the font and the colour of the writing. So I went for this. I used my Memento Toffee Crunch ink. And some of the stamps didn't come out quite perfectly, but if I'm tucking them under something like so, don't matter, does it? Yeah. You don't know that some of that label's missing because it's hiding under the flower. Now all I've got to decide is, do I want the flower that side or that side? Oh, I think I like that side. I just do. So I'll turn my label upside down, turn that round, and yeah, I like that. So, oh, don't know what's dingling there. Some electronics telling me something. Don't know what it's telling me. It's not important. You hear a frog go rabbit when it's one of the kids messaging me, and one's at home. So there's only one left to come home from college. Right, I'm going to do that with my glue stick. I've got my messy book ready. Because I only printed these. This was just some cream paper. It's cream copier paper. Whee. A lot cheaper than card. There we go, and I just happen to have a full pack of it. That should come off, that purple. Well, it will. It's one of them glue sticks that dries. Where do I want it? There. It dries clear. Goes on purple, dries clear. I must admit, since switching to that, I get much better coverage. Because I can see where I've put glue and where I haven't. That just sounds silly. Now, I'm not going to ink this. I don't think it needs it. Sometimes I like that contrast. Right. I'm going to say something now. I was in a live earlier today. It was Cheryl over at Inked Pulp. Hello, Cheryl. She does a crafting before breakfast session, because in USA it's morning for you. When it's 1:30 in the afternoon here for me, it's like morning for you, isn't it? And she was decorating a journal and getting us to, yeah, getting our feedback and input on how and where she should place things. And there was some discussion over one thing not being grungy and another thing being grungy. And yeah, I think sometimes it just looks good together. They are not grungy. They're not perfect. That is a bit grungy with ink and or natural page edges being grungy, but then I like those nice clean flowers on. I don't know why, I just like the look of it. I've got a frog in my throat today and I've got a cup of tea. So yeah, I'm going to put that on like that. So hello Cheryl. Hello everyone who were in Cheryl's live. I was very organised and I got a bit of paper and I wrote down everyone's name who'd been in live, and everyone had said hello to me and welcomed me. And then I don't know where I've put it and I can't remember your names. I'm ever so sorry. So I'll be back in the live tomorrow, which will be Tuesday if I get this video finished and put up today, which is Monday. And I will take your names down again and then I'll give you all a shout out. Well, there's some lovely people in. Yeah, everyone was very friendly, very welcoming. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. So I'm going back tomorrow. It will help me stop procrastinating with my Edith Holden journals that I'm making. Right, that's that. Seems to be more waffle and less craft today, doesn't it? But we don't mind that every now and again, do we? I don't anyway. Right, where's end on this? There it is. What's happened to it? It were a nice, neat little section of string. Right, so I'm just going to wrap that round there. I just like that addition. So, to know how much I want to put around it... Right. Well, I'm going to leave me one width worth to tie my bow. And then I'm going to wrap it round 2 to 3 times. 1... That one width worth was supposed to start at that side, you silly mare. Whee, you silly woman. Why did you do that? Right. And that didn't happen. That did not happen. No. What? What? Did what not happen? Nothing. Shh. Right, so. I'm going to start this way. I can wrap this way better anyway. So I'll put my end... That's it. I want one width worth. My bow's then going to be there. So yeah, I'll start wrapping there. You silly mare. And I want to wrap one more time. Yeah. So, yeah, my bow's going to be here-ish, in the middle-ish. I'll snip it off. Then I'm not wasting too much twine. I just find the width of that is about right to get me my little bow and tail the right length. There we go. It wants to be tight but not too tight. Not too tight that you start crinkling your paper, but tight enough to stay on. Especially if you're going to have it as a loose addition to your journal. If you're going to glue it down, not so important. If you're going to glue it down, you may not want to wrap twine all the way around. You may just want to put a bow on. But mine are going to be loose pieces of ephemera tucked in a pocket. So there we go. And that's it. That one's a bit curly. Didn't want to tuck in as easy as others. There we go. And I did have some butterflies hanging about ready to go in, but I think I've then buried them. I think I've then buried them in other fussy cuts. So, what else could we put in? Oh, I've got a different butterfly. Let's put him in, and then we've got a little bit of, yeah, we'll tuck him in, then we've got a little bit of colour. There we go, I like that. So there we have that one, done in a very simple style. Pop anything you want in. I mean, you could even just pop some offcuts in. That's an offcut. I'm going to fold it. Pop it in. You could pop in some ready-made pieces of ephemera that you may or may not have. That's another offcut. I'm going to tear that so that it looks better. Yeah, that's gone in. Maybe some smaller bits, maybe some of these bits with, we've got a month on and a number, and let's have a prettier bit sticking out. What we got? Ooh, look at that. That's from a different book, but that's a prettier bit sticking out. There we go. I mean, anyone who journals will probably be thankful for all those extra little bits of paper that they can add to the journal with. So yeah, it doesn't have to be a journal card. It could just be a load of little offcuts. So that's one. Right, let's do some in a different style. Well, not a different style, some slightly different book pages. We'll decorate them in a different style. But first, remember that one that I cut? It's 7 inches one way and 7.5 inches the other. Let's give that one a whirl first. Right. So let's fold those in. Add the sides to the side, to the side, to the side, to the side. I'm going to make this one not quite as conical if I can. But oh look, yeah. Can you see, because it weren't square? But that can still be done. That can still be done. There we go. But I'm just going to fold it a little bit higher because I don't want it to look too messy. Maybe put that straight along. Ooh. Hey, that worked out quite well. I'm pretty impressed with that. I'm just going to get this bone fold. I'm just going to smooth that down so that when I fold it up I won't have as much crinkling and bulking. Yeah, it's a bit wonkier than others, but I like it. I am going to rip that off though, because I can't be doing with that wonky and that wonky. That's just too much wonky in my life. No, it's not happening. So I shall put my bottom edge straight, and then I'm going to rip that off straight. So I'll show you what I mean now. I'm going to be ripping some of that, but I don't mind. Doesn't bother me. There you go. So yeah, that comes up to a corner. That's a little bit overlapped, but I can live with that. There we have it. Once that's decorated, that will look fine. Let's get some ink on it. I think I need to dip in my ink pad again. It's gonna rain here. It's been lovely and bright and sunny, and since I've started video and it's starting to go a little bit dark. So if it does, I'm gonna have to adjust my lighting a little bit, because I video in front of a window. There we go. I'll put a bit of ink on that one this time, so I'm happy with that. Yeah, we've still got a pocket. How good is that? Glue. So I'm going to put a little bit there. Same on that one. There we go. Then glue on edges of that. I think I'm off bottom at camera there, doing gluing, aren't I? Yeah. And up that edge. And there we have it. A much wonkier pocket, but I like it, and I think I've already seen what I'm going to decorate this one with. Ta-da! That. I don't know which way that's supposed to go, you know. I haven't got a clue. So I think it's going to end up going that way with maybe that stalk cut off, yeah? Right, I'm just going to sort my light and I'll be back. And I'm back. That's slightly better. Right, so yeah, I think I want to put that on there. But I do also want to put a label on. Not that one, because end's missing. Might have to put a full label on here. I just don't... I wish I knew which way around that was supposed to go. Ooh, that. That's going to look good. Yeah. I'm going to put it like that, so that bit goes around that. And I can cut that bit off. Yeah, I like that. Now that already has been inked. But that was a fussy cut from... Well, it's not the Country Diary book itself. It's one of the little offshoot books. It might have been one at Cookery Books or Craft Books or whatever. It's definitely one of the Edith Holden images. Whee. Slightly thicker paper as well, so I'm doing it with my art glitter glue rather than my glue stick. Where did I want to put it? That were it, wasn't it? Whee. Yeah, and I'll just snip that bit off. There we go. And I'm going to pop a label on there. Do I want to pop a label there, or do I want to pop a smaller one on? Maybe up there. No, I just like my labels in the bottom corner. It's just a label thing at the minute. Next week I might like all my labels at top. You just don't know, do you? We have as little things as crafters, don't we? I'm going to do this one with glue stick though, because it's a very, very thin paper. And it'll go all bumpy, even with art glitter glue that wrinkles paper less, because this paper is so thin. I think this one might be nice with some string round. I don't know, let's see. Yeah, it's just going to do something for it. What it's going to do, I don't know. So that's it about there. Someone I watched once said if it doesn't add anything to it, don't put it on. But then I'm like, well, how do you know if it's going to add something to it? 'Cause I still don't know. Sometimes. I'm like, well, we'll see. You can always, if it's not glued, you can always take it off, like this twine. You can always take it off. I think it needs to go lower down between the two berries. I'm going to. I just like that look. I don't know. I don't know why. I think I'm just going to put that under and tie all strings together on this one, because they keep wanting to come apart. Make it a bit more secure. Yeah, I like that. And again, you can fill this with anything you like. I think I've got a nice journal card that I made with napkins in these colours. Let me... Where are you? Where are you? Here's a handful of stuff I've made. Tags. We don't want to put another envelope in. That one. Yeah, I know it's got a pink flower on, but I just thought, because you can see those other leaves in the background. Oh, I like that. There you go. So that is very wonky, but I like it. So what's up with me embracing wonkiness? So we've done that one. We've done that one. Now I want to do one with a tag top, as I'm going to call it. Yeah, I like that tag top look. Oh, I've still got room on my desk. I'm doing very well. And I think that will, excuse me, one of my larger book pages. Yeah, I've got a bit of a frog in my throat. I hope I'm not coming down with a cold, because we don't need that, do we? No, we don't. Here we go. That's my larger book pages. Right. I tend to save these, but this book is from, the book is by Henry Terry, and it is called, let me grab it off my bookshelf because I know someone's going to ask me. Is it Edwardian Flowers? Edwardian or Victorian Flower Garden. I will again put it in description. That's, yeah, there's quite a variation in colour on pages in this book sometimes. Which one shall I use? Yeah, some of the pages are gorgeous, but some of the flowers would be a right old pain to fussy cut. I'll use this one because I've got it torn off already. Might look interesting having that different colour on inside as well. So let's check how big this one is. This one is 8.5 inches. So I'm going to rip this one at 8.5. I think I'll rip that side off. I want to keep the colourful side on. So let's rip that at 8.5 inches. I know you can't see because my gauge I think is off bottom at camera, but I assure you it's only roughly 8.5. No real measuring happening here. There we go. That's a nice scrap that could then go inside it. That one has its torn off. That would quite make a nice side tuck, wouldn't it? Pocket. A pocket tuck. Right, so what am I going to have on the inside? I think I want that on the outside and that pink on the inside. And I think I want that at the top. Yeah? Much as I did with the other one, I got a lovely flower that I didn't want to rip through the middle of, and that's going to work out just the same. So let me bring my sides in. That's looking pretty okay. Yeah, you can always rejig them. Yeah, I'm happy with that. It's going to be quite a big pocket. Fold up my bottom to there. Oh yeah, this is going to be lovely, this one. Yeah, and I'm just going to, that's what I did. I didn't cut those off, I just tore across the top. I couldn't quite get my head around what I'd done. So I'm going to put the bottom level again. And I'm just going to have this levelish. Again, I'm using the guidelines on my mat to gauge it. And I'm just going to tear that off. Oh, I like it. It's a little bit of a slightly different tag shape this time. Got to tear a bit, yeah, I'm going to tear a bit more off. Yeah, I'm just going to tear at the top of the flower. I just think I like that better. I hope I can tear this now. It's a little bit, yeah. I could always cut it with my scissors. Cutting with scissors is not banned on this video. It's just not needed that much. Yeah, I quite like that. And I like how that's a pinky colour inside. Grab your ink, woman. Give that a little bit of ink. And some of these pages, they're so yummy, you don't really need to decorate them. I think sometimes you can go overboard with decorating and start covering up yummy stuff, and it's like, why oh why? Yeah, I had a comment from someone. I'm sorry I can't remember your name. I think I just liked it. I don't think I answered. Wanting to know why on earth I would make a junk journal with Edith Holden fabric and then cover it up. Well, if I show you my junk journals, for anyone who's not seen the ones that I'm currently making, this is what I've done. I've just grabbed a random one. Don't know whether it's the one I made on camera. Yeah, I've used some lovely Edith Holden fabric that came from a pair of curtains, which you can see there, and you can see all around the front image, and then I've put that on the front. Well, yeah, I suppose if you were really precious about your fabric, you could cut that piece out before you stick your fabric to your card, but yeah, I'm not that precious. I love it, but I'm not going to go to those lengths just to save a little piece of it. So if that answers your question more fully, you're welcome. Right, let's get this one glued. Just in those corners. I didn't put my pin in, but it's not dried up yet. It's still working. I'm terrible at putting my pin in, as we know. Oh, again, rubbish at remembering. I'm absolutely rubbish at remembering names these days. Someone had commented that they'd missed putting the glue pin in and stabbed the finger, so I really hope your finger's feeling a little bit better, lovely, whoever you are. I'm terrible. Like I said, I get my kids mixed up and I've only got two. So it's nothing personal. I've even got kids and cat mixed up. It's true. It's true. I don't tend to do it now. We've got Nala, but when I had Phoebe, I quite often called one of the kids Phoebe. I think it was a Friends thing. I called one of my kids Rachel and called cat Phoebe. Rebecca feels a little bit left out because she feels shocked being called Monica. But no, I didn't fancy that. Rachel and Monica, no. Rachel and Rebecca. Right, that's that one. So, I think I might just put label and some butterflies on this one. Yeah, let's grab my butterfly box. I'll try my paper fussy cut butterflies first. See what we got. box. We've got plenty of yummy flowers. Oh, put lid on that for it sticks to everything. I'm so untidy. I often post pictures of my messy desk, and I'm not really just trying to wind up you ladies who will keep everything neat, but I always get tips on how to keep my desk neat. I won't remember them, I don't remember them. I'm like, I don't know, I'm like a bug, just butterfly, just flit from one thing to another and leave all mess behind me. That's me crafting. Oh, what's that? Oh, I might have to finish fuss cutting that because I like that one. Of all those, I pick one at ones I've not finished cutting round. That's me, awkward. I just think that it just only needs that one. I just think it does. Yeah. Right, let's do some fussy cutting together. Oh, this is a question I get asked a lot, and I got these out ready to answer this because I knew I'd end up fussy cutting something. What do I use for fussy cutting? Well, sometimes I use them. Sometimes I use them. Sometimes I use them. And sometimes I use them. I use all sorts. I like these when I'm cutting copy paper weight, yeah? If I'm cutting thin stuff, I don't like them so much. Or if I'm cutting shiny stuff, I don't like these, it slips. I do love my Tim Holtz scissors. I've said it a lot. I've had these quite a few years now, since before I started my YouTube channel, and I've still got my same 3 pair. One did get lost at one point, and someone very kindly bought me another pair, which are sat in my tub with their protective cover on, ready for when this pair, yeah, is done. Yeah, I do tend to I like to fussy cut quite close, and I just find a slightly serrated edge on these Tim Holtz suit my style of fussy cutting. I'm not the fastest fussy cutter. I don't throw it away if I don't get it perfect anymore. I still use it. I used to be far too much perfectionist. This is toned down for me. But ink will hide a multitude of sins if you ink the edges when you fussy cut something a little bit ropey. And yeah, I go with that idea, move the paper rather than the scissors. I've got this hand tucked into my belly, and this, well, both of them. And then I'm just moving the paper, not the scissors. This is why you don't see me fussy cut on camera a lot. It would be like, snooze fast. I see other people whip round something really quick. I see, especially Tina at Shabby Dabby Doodah. Oh, yeah. She's a whiz at fussy cutting with giant chompy scissors. I'm okay if I'm doing large straight edges. I use my big ones. If I've got really fiddly stuff to do, I'll use my little ones. And sometimes I will take to my mat and use a craft knife to cut certain bits out. But that, I like it. That's yummy. I'm going to put a little bit of ink on because I've left white on some bits and not others. I mean, that were fast for me fussy cutting. That's because I've been doing it constantly for the last 2 days, I think. Yeah, but yeah, I think I'm just going to go with, I'm going to tuck something in the string again. So we'll glue Mr. Flutterby on. He'll do it. Glue stick, he will. It is a permanent one, this, supposedly. We'll see in about 3 years if everything starts dropping off. Here. There you go. But I look at it this way. If something does drop off in 3 years, I think by then you know where it goes and you can glue it back on. I don't plan for things to fall apart in 3 years, but one never knows, does one? There we go. Oh, I don't know why, I just like that green butterfly. It sort of looks like it's part of the book, doesn't it? It goes with it so nice. It doesn't stand out too much, it don't fade into the background too much. And I just love the twine look on these. So I'm going to do one more with twine on. I think I might put a tab on top of this or something, you know, because I have made it look like a tag shape. We'll see how that looks. You could always just punch a hole in it. Use your Cropadile. I think I've cut far too much twine off there. Mind you, it does need a slightly bigger bow, this one, because it's a slightly bigger pocket. I think I'll have bow slightly over this side, away from Mr. Flutterby. I don't know. Quite often I forget what I'm doing. But what do they say? All's well that ends well. I can't agree more. But yeah, I would recommend, if you're about, is it USA 6 hours behind me is your central time or whatever, 6 hours behind me. Okay, Oklahoma's 6 hours behind me, so whatever time Oklahoma is, you can tune in and watch Cheryl at Inked Pulp. I'll be there tomorrow in chat, trying to type. My typing's terrible. You haven't got no autocorrect when you're typing in chat like that. Like I have when I'm answering my own comments on my channel. That needs to go lower down. Yeah, that's it. So, let's pop one of these little bits in it that we've got. Let me grab them. Pop a tag in. Oh, that's going to look nice in there, isn't it? Yumly. Oh, I do like that. That, I don't know if that needs something on top. The reason I don't always put something on top when I make them this side is I don't know if I'm going to pop them in something, a pocket like that, or pop them in sideways, in which case I don't always want something big and bulky on top. So I'll come back and do those things later. But that definitely needs something. It needs some ribbon or it needs a tab. I think it needs a tab. Should we get the Monster Tab Punch out and use one of them? Come here, Monster Tab Punch. Good-um, there it is. I don't know what it is with me lately. I cannot remember where I've put anything. It's worse than ever. I'm going to have to do myself a little database of where stuff is. Yeah, I'm going to use that and make a tab. I think I'll use a... I might use a piece of Edith Holden book page. That's definitely not going to be big enough, is it? Let's grab this. Ooh. That might look good. That one might be wide enough. Oh, just... It's a big monster, that one is. I don't know if you can get this on Amazon yet or in US. It will turn up on there, I know it will, because the smaller one did eventually. I bought this direct from Vasson in, I don't know if it's Spain or wherever. They're somewhere anyway. Yeah, they're somewhere. Sure as eggs is eggs, they are somewhere. Right, I always like to turn mine upside down so I can see when I use it. Pop that in. Oh, it's just big enough, that. Badung. That's a new sound effect, isn't it? Badung. I think I've said that twice now. I think that must be for large things, badung. Good sound effect, that woman. Yeah, I like that. But let's have it that way around with it right its right way up. That will please me more. We could perhaps even fit a little butterfly on this. That would please me even more. Dip in your ink, woman. I don't know why, but I seem to have to dip more with this frayed burlap. I haven't a clue why. I don't know. It's a mystery. I mean, I can dip in my vintage photo and it'll last all day. Yeah, I like that. Get a bit of glue. We might have to do the old eyelet thing. Stick an eyelet or something in one side and a butterfly in the other. That'd be nice. Whee. I mean, we could have put it other way around. I just wanted a little bit of a change from foliage on the tab. There we go. So all that to preserve that flower, and then I'm going to cover it up with a tab. Now I've not covered the biggest part of the flower up with a tab, have I? Just, look, we can still see that part of the flower. With tab. Yeah, that definitely needs something on it, that tab. Let's get a small butterfly. Where are your flutterbys? I wonder if I've got one small enough to go on there. Ooh, that's far too blue. I don't know. No, it's far too blue. You were right first time, woman. Most of these tend to be quite big. Ooh, we've got quite a neutral one. That one is in the lead. Ooh, number 5. That might end up on somewhere. Don't know why that's in there. A blue one. That one might. So we're tying now. We've got the blue one and the brownie one. Oh, got that one. I don't really want to sort these into sizes. I went a bit mad fussy cutting. I've got too many now. I've got too many to go through. I literally am spoilt for choice when it comes to butterflies. So I think I can grade them into sizes. Oh, that one's pretty. That might be too small. Right, stop now. You've got 4 to pick from. Is that one same as one of them? No, it's different again. It's like a little butterfly twin. Right, which one's going on? I don't want that number 5. I might put one of the numbers on from the Edith Holden book. I think... Yeah, I'm going to put the blue one on. The blue one wins. And then I will punch a hole through, put an eyelet in, and then we could dangle something off it. This one could actually then be pinned into the journal with a safety pin or something, or a paper clip, rather than tucked in a pocket. It'd have to be a very chompy pocket to fit that in, wouldn't it? Right, grab the Cropadile. It wouldn't be in one of my videos if I didn't get Cropadile out at least once. I'm going to punch a hole there, and then I'll grab a big eyelet. Grab one of my slightly oversized ones. Yeah. So there's many ways to make that hole bigger. When it's in something easy like that, I'll use that way, see if that will make it big enough. Because these eyelets are slightly bigger than the 3/16 of an inch. It's with the converting from inches to millimetres. I can order the same size from different places, and there'll be different sizes when I order them. Right, I'll just alter this because I had it set to set some teeny tiny eyelets. Ooh, what's the name of the channel? Twisted Paper Lover, I think. Oh, I'm so sorry. I know you watch my channel. Did a fabulous video on the Cropadile. Again, I have so many links to put in my description today. I will put a link in the description for it. Far more concise than I could ever do, because I go off on 27 different tangents and confuse everybody. I just know I would. So that's that in there. I'm going to grab a charm to put in it. I've got some ready-made in a jar somewhere. Here we go. Right, what we got? Got all sorts in here. Oh, I've got a... That's a paper clip. Is that one I tried to put alcohol ink on, or did I burn it? I really don't know. It looks nice though. It's got greens on as well as silver. See, I do things and forget what I've done. That's a bird. No, we don't want that. That says stay strong. Let's tip some more out. I'm looking for something. That leaf might be good. What else we've got? Oh, I do like that. But it's too late now. Do you know, if I'd have found that earlier, I could have put that on and put a brad through each of those holes. That would have been so nice. Oh, we don't want that on. I don't know why, but I've gone off lacer lately. I can't remember when I last used lace. Oh, that's a flower. I like that. We could use that. Yeah, it's going to be the flower. And because bulb pins can be awkward little monkeys, I'm going to use 2. Or could I nick that chain? No. Could use this. Yeah, I'm going to use silver chain. I can use silver, bronze and something else. There we go. I can mix my metals. So again, that's something that used to really bother me. Oh, my metals had to be the same colour. No, they don't. I think that looks fine. That colour metal. We've got the flower charm dangling down. And you can pop whatever else you want in back of that. So yeah, there we have it. Now I think we've made 3 together, haven't we? 1, 2 and 3. I've got my others that I already made. So I think I am going to love you. Oh, no, I can't love you and leave you without putting something in there. I said I'd put a flower in, didn't I? Let's just quickly put something in. Now I'm going to grab one of my fussy cuts. What I will probably do, if I were intending to put a fussy cut in, chances are I would have glued it to another book page first. Oh, I've got these that are, they're from a slightly sturdier book page. But that's going to cover my Flutterby up, isn't it? That one's a bit too big. Yeah, if you're just going to keep them loose and you don't want them to get damaged, perhaps stick them to a book page. That's far too big. That's pretty nice. Can you see? Can you see? There's all sorts in here. I don't know what there is. Ooh. I'm looking for some of these. These tend to be rather large, these ones. I've cut these from a Victorian flower garden. That's the name of the book. What's that? That's going to be huge. That's huge. Huge that one's going to be. Oh, I like that. It's very plain though, isn't it? A daffodil. That's huge. I've not fully fussy cut that. Oh, that's pretty. Rather than keeping one loose, we could just, I think I could like that one stuck on. Or we could keep it loose, I suppose. Yeah. That one's going to go there. I've not decided if I'm going to stick that on or keep it loose yet. And I think we need something up there. We need a label, don't we? So I thought I would finish with that one, but I'm not quite. What labels have we got left? That's too dark. I don't like it. That one's too big, but if I put it over the edge, I think it could be perfect. Yeah, it just balances that out a little bit, doesn't it? Yes, it definitely adds something, so I'm going to stick it on. Whee. In fact, I've grunged the label itself up a little bit as well. I'll do this one with glue stick. So we nearly had a premature goodbye there. I'd not finished. Finish your project before you say goodbye, woman. I think that's got enough glue on to last. Yeah, could have stuck 10 labels on with that. It's got a bit warm in here now, so my glue's gone a little bit soft. Let's just, yeah, let's get rid of that little bit of a crease. I think I'm going to wrap it round rather than cut it off. Yeah, I'll wrap that round onto it back. There we go. That looks fine. Yeah, that looks much better. I'm happy with that now. So, pockets, messy desk. So we've made that one together, we've made that one, and we've made that one. And I hope you've enjoyed all my waffle. Before I go, I will show you my crochet attempt, shall I? Come here, crochet. So this is for the diehard fans now. Yeah, I put a picture of this. That is my crochet curve, as I'm calling it. It was supposed to be a granny square. As you can see, I'm still struggling with my tension. I've bought one of those rings that helps you with your tension, and I am getting a bit better. This was my, before I even tried the granny square. Oh, look at this. Look how long it is. Look how long that is. I can do chain stitch. Don't ask me what that was. That looks like, I'm not even going to go there. That looks like an appendix. I don't even, yeah. Yeah, that's an appendix. I tried something, I gave up on it, and I did some more chain stitching. I don't know what that is. That's just a granny. I don't know what that is. Yeah. But I think I'm going to get there this time. My tension is just all over the place, look. Oh, I don't know what happened there. But yeah, it's just practice. I'll get there. It doesn't seem to be improving. It just seems to be all over the place. But this time, I will not give up. I mean, what we got there? Oh, there. I had to go with a really large hook. And I ended up with that. Ooh, that's very stretchy. I mean, my eldest daughter's ordering clothing. I've told her to expect it for her 60th birthday. So yeah, that were a quick laugh at my crochet. But I'll get there. It's a good job I'm not the kind of person who gets stressed when I can't do something, isn't it? Because that would not have relaxed me, but actually it did. My younger daughter got very stressed when she couldn't crochet, but enough said about that one. Right, so there's the pockets. Give them a whirl. They couldn't be easier. And I hope you enjoy them. All the links that I said I would put in the description box will be in the description box. Links to the channels, links to the products I've used. If there isn't a link to something that you see me use often, it's probably because I got it from Amazon. I do a lot of my shopping on Amazon. I don't drive, so I don't visit a lot of stores, so Amazon is where I get most of my stuff. So check my Amazon storefront. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time. Bye.